Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about what's in my wallet for quarter two of 2023 and what my credit card strategy is going to look like going forward. So this is definitely my favorite type of video to make because my card rotation is constantly changing. And it's also my favorite type of video to watch because everybody's setup is going to look a bit different. What might work for one person might not be optimal for everybody else. So for example, I'm a recent-ish college graduate that still lives at home. So something like the Built card for rent would have no use in my wallet. Whereas in somebody else's situation, it might be their highest spending card. But with that out of the way, let's get into what's in my wallet for quarter two of 2023. So first up, let's talk about the first credit card that I ever got, and that would be the Discover It card. This card is a 5% rotating category card up to $1,500 per quarter, and then 1% on everything else other than those categories. So the current categories for quarter two of 2023 are restaurants and wholesale clubs, which I just so happen to be taking advantage of both. Restaurants are pretty straightforward, so anytime I go out to eat, this is my go-to card, and I also do most of my grocery shopping in bulk at my local Sam's Club. So this card also covers my grocery for this quarter as well. Also, I just found out that most vending machines code as restaurants. So if you're someone who snacks a lot at work like I do, then make sure you're taking advantage of that as well. Lastly, for this card, if you're somebody who's just getting into the credit card game, this is definitely a great starter card. Like I said, it was mine. They'll match all of the cash back that you get for your entire first year. So it effectively makes the rotating categories 10% back and everything else 2% back. So you really can't go wrong. They also offer a $20 statement credit for students, like I was myself. So if you maintain a 3.0 GPA or higher, you can redeem a $20 statement credit once per year. So make sure you take advantage of that as well. Next up is probably my favorite card in my wallet, and that is my Chase Freedom Flex. So like the last card, this card is also a 5% rotating category card up to $1,500 per quarter. However, on top of that, you're also going to get 5% back on travel when you book through the Chase Travel Portal, 3% back at restaurants, 3% back at drugstores, and 1% back on everything else. So the current categories for this card are Amazon and Lowe's, and surprisingly, I've really only been using this card for Amazon. A lot of the other cards in my wallet right now cover the same categories, but they do it a little bit better for different reasons, and I don't use Lowe's because I have no idea how to build or fix things. And just as a quick side note, I actually do have the Amazon Prime Rewards Visa Signature card, which also gets 5% back at Amazon. It's usually my default card on my Amazon account. However, because those points are only valued at 1 cent per point as a statement credit or just plain old cash back, I value the points on the Chase Freedom Flex a lot higher because you can do things like transfer them out to travel partners and potentially get a lot higher value. And lastly, if you're somebody who doesn't currently have this card or you're interested in getting the card, they usually offer some kind of sign-up bonus. Usually it's $200 when you spend $500 in the first 3 months of opening the card. Next up, we have another Chase card. It's also the newest addition to my wallet, and it's the Chase Freedom Unlimited. So with this card, like the Freedom Flex, you're also going to get 5% back at travel when you book through the Chase Travel Portal, 3% back on restaurants, 3% back on drugstores. However, the only difference is you get 1.5% back on everything else with the Unlimited, whereas with the Flex, you just get 1%. This card has definitely become like the workhorse card in my wallet recently. Even though this card and the Flex basically earn the same things, I tend to use the Unlimited rather than the Flex simply because my Unlimited has a way higher credit limit. Therefore, it makes my per card utilization look a lot lower. With that being said, I'm basically taking advantage of all the categories on this card other than restaurants because I'm using my Discover card for that. So the 5% travel, 3% back at drugstores, and 1.5% back on everything else. I used to use the Citi Double Cash, which earns 2% back in that miscellaneous or everything else category. But because I value Chase points so highly, and I believe that I could get upwards of 2 cents per point value, which would effectively make this card 3% back on everything else instead of 1.5, I've been using the Unlimited instead. And lastly, for this card, if you're somebody who doesn't have the card or you're interested in getting it, they tend to run the exact same promotion that's on the Freedom Flex. So it's usually $200 back when you spend $500 within the first 3 months of opening the card. And the last card in my wallet for quarter two of 2023 is going to be the Citi Custom Cash. So this card earns 5% back on your highest spending category up to $500 per billing cycle. There's too many categories on this card to name, so I'm just going to throw them up on the screen right now. But the optimal way to use this card is to pick one of the categories and only use the card for that specific category. That way you're guaranteed to get the 5% back in the category of your choice and you don't miss out on potential earnings. So for me, that would be gas. This card basically stays in my car and only comes out at the gas station. That way I'm guaranteed 5% back on gas. This is a great support card for anybody's wallet and basically allows you to switch 5% categories on a monthly basis if you need to. So for those of you that don't currently have this card or you're interested in getting this card, Citi also offers a bonus offer, which is $200 back when you spend $1,500 in the first 6 months of opening the card. So, just to recap my quarter two cards for 2023 for restaurants and wholesale clubs, or for me, technically groceries, I'm using the Discover It card. For Amazon shopping, I'm using the Chase Freedom Flex. For travel, drugstores, and miscellaneous purchases, I'm using the Chase Freedom Unlimited. And lastly, for gas, I'm using the Citi Custom Cash. So currently, I'd say that I'm probably in the earning stage of points. I'm really trying to stay away from annual fee cards as of right now. I'm just trying to save as many points as I possibly can through multiple credit card issuers like Citi and Chase, for example. I'm really trying to earn as many Chase points as possible. And then from there, eventually, when I'm ready to start traveling, I think I'm going to go with something like the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That way, I get a 25% bonus on my points, and I could really start taking advantage of transferring my points out to travel partners for different things like flights and hotel stays. Make sure to leave a comment down below. What are the top 3 cards you guys are using right now? And also, if anybody has any cards that they think I should check out that might make a solid addition to my current setup, please let me know down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I do post weekly fitness and finance content. Leave a comment down below of topics you want me to cover in future videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.